In today's video, I will be showing you guys the process it took me to make a new skin for Belly in Supercell's make competition for Brawl Stars, and doing it in Blender with no experience. On day one, I had absolutely no idea what I was doing. I didn't know a single one of the controls apart from like moving and rescaling, and my friend did show me how to extrude, but I still wasn't doing well. But I did have a model provided by Supercell Make of Belle, and I decided it'd probably be the easiest thing to start on the sniper, and boy was I wrong. After struggling for a while, I decided to move on to Belle herself and realized I could actually delete some of the parts that I didn't actually want off of her body, which was pretty cool because it gave me a base to work on. In the end though, I did end up adding back a shoulder pad to try and incorporate it to the lab coat because I decided I wanted to make some sort of evil scientist. So I also realized I could flip parts, and so I was able to make the other side of the lab coat, but as you can see, it didn't look very well, so on day 2 I ended up scrapping it, and I decided that I should find and import a model of Edgar. So I deleted all the parts that I didn't actually want apart from his lab coat, and I actually brought it into one of my favorite tools when I was a kid, Tinkercad. And Tinkercad actually is easy for me because it allows me to kind of chop off parts I don't really want of the model. So everything in gray is about to get chopped off here, and takes a bit of time to load, but there you go. See, everything just got chopped off, everything we didn't want, so now I can import it back. And right now it does look a bit weird because it was just in Tinkercad, and Blender and Tinkercad don't work very well, but this is an easy fix if we hit Shade to Smooth by Angle right here. There you go. You see now it looks a lot better and it looks more like a Brawl Stars character's coat. So next up I'm going to make this smaller right here, just like so. Next I do have to scale up Belle because she's really tiny. So now they're approximately the same, and now I'm just going to lift Belle up a little bit. There we go. And now I can add the lab coat on, and it's actually not on her, so we're going to move it back. Now it looks like she's actually wearing it. And on the left, I don't really like the look of the arm, so I'm going to kind of move it out a bit more. And we'll also move the left hand. Oh no, they're linked. Okay, this is easy fix again. This is an easy fix because I can bring it into Tinkercad once again, and I can actually separate the two models. There we go. So now we've got these two separate models of the hands, so I can separately move them freely without me moving them at the exact same time. So I'm just going to go ahead and speed up this process because it takes a while and make the hands very small. Right now I'm fitting them in, and there we go. Now I'm done. So I'm going to make some minor tweaks here and there, maybe make the legs a bit longer, but basically one more thing that I'm going to show you guys before I go off is that I can texture, and that's really cool. I found out how to do this today, which is, really cool. So I'm already in, if I go into UV editing on the left and I select the glasses on the right and then go into edit mode, it'll show me kind of like a weird texture, so you can hit U and Smart UV project and then change the gap between all the parts 0.01, so you have room for error. And then if you hit OK, it gives you a texture template. And then if I go into texture paint, I can actually press on the top right and make a new texture. Typically it's best to have a 2048 by 2048 pixels and to uncheck the alpha button, but I actually forgot to do that. Anyway, you'll see the glasses are right here and the texture's on the left here. I can paint the glasses just like so, and it'll show up on the texture. And a really good thing about this is that no matter how messy I am, I can't actually paint off. Next, on day 3, I finished texturing everything, and I brought it into Canva, which I really like to use when I'm trying to make like photos. So here, this is a sped up process of me making the turnaround. Right now I was making sure all of the different turnarounds were the same size. Then I added in the sniper, which I made off camera because it was really, really difficult. And finally, I added in a conical flask for her bag of gold, to replace that. And I added a Gary Ray background for contrast. Next, one of my good friends who's really good at drawing online digitally made this for the thumbnail, and I added it in the background, but it's still really cool, and that's what I'm going to be using for the thumbnail. So if you guys see that, make sure to vote for it when you are browsing on Supercell Make. Next is the normal attack, which is a goo ball that she launches from her syringe sniper, and it actually embodies her anger. You can kind of see there with how angry it is. And I just think it's a pretty cool design for a normal attack. Next is the super, where they do look like potions, but they were supposed to be like flasks, like science flasks, where they all are launched at you at the same time. And yeah. Next, we have the 2 gadgets. The one on the left grants storm immunity for 5 seconds, and the one on the right increases damage by 500 and speed by 1.25 for 5 seconds. Voting opens on June 11th. Please vote for me.